All right, you guys. So y'all press one as y'all come on in here. Salute to everybody for tapping on in. I have some breaking news for you guys. Some sad news. Um, you know, uh, as controversial figure, Hulk Hogan, who uh, you know has been, a lot of people have felt certain ways about Hogan over the last few years. Uh, you know, he has passed away. He has passed away. Um, of a heart attack. Now, according to the reports, wrestling legend TMZ has now put out the report. Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan has died at 71 years old. TMZ Sports has learned. Medics were dispatched to his Clearwater, Florida home this morning, with operators stating it was regarding a cardiac arrest. They're told a slew of police cars and EMTs were parked outside of Hulk Hogan's home, and the icon was carried on a stretcher and into an ambulance. Just a few weeks ago, his wife, Sky, denied rumors that he was in a coma, stating his heart was strong and he was recovering from surgeries. Now, TMZ said they broke the story last month that there were rumblings that Hogan was on his deathbed, but they were told at the time they were just dealing with the symptoms of a neck procedure he underwent in May. Uh, and so, Hulk Hogan uh, has apparently lost his life. And so, again, we don't wish death on nobody over here. Hogan had a lot of things going on surrounding him. The last couple of years, he had went on WWE as a return not too long ago and got booed by the fans. They didn't really accept him back in the WWE universe because of, I guess, past comments and things like that uh, going on. And so he had all those things going on. But this is real news right here, you guys. Very, sad situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I don't wish death upon nobody. Hulk Hogan was 71 years old. He looked like he was really, trying to, start up another wrestling league of his own. But apparently now, and I read the reports from TMZ not too long ago. TMZ said that Hogan, it was rumors that Hogan was on his deathbed. This was like not too long ago. But then they said, somebody debunked it. Somebody debunked it. And now this morning, there's a call to his home to respond, and the EMTs responded to a cardiac arrest. And now Hulk Hogan has apparently passed away at age 71, according to TMZ. So TMZ and multiple other outlets have reported this as well. Not only TMZ, um, multiple other outlets have reported this right now. You know what I'm saying? As you guys, like I said before, I know some of y'all are saying, "Oh, it's a hoax, it's a hoax." You know what I'm saying? They even have the actual 911 call. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get this up here for y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a 911 call up here for y'all. Hold on one second, you guys. They got the 911 call up here just to prove it, because everybody's saying, "Oh, it's a hoax, it's a hoax."
Fire Tower Bravo, Rescue 46, LR 45, Engine 46, cardiac arrest. Rescue 46, LR 45, Engine 46, Fire Tower Bravo.
Now that was it. EMT. They were dispatched to his home over a cardiac arrest, and you guys basically heard some of the things that was involved. But this story right now is going viral. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, my younger days, I was a huge fan of Hogan. But then once I started seeing things that I didn't like, it turned me off to Hogan. To be honest with you guys, it's being reported in multiple sources. Again, the U.S. Sun, everybody's reporting this now that Hulk Hogan has lost his life due to a cardiac arrest, heart attack. Is saying that Hogan, born Terry Jean Balea, was found dead in his Clearwater, Florida home this morning. It says that first responders responded to the home after receiving a call about a cardiac arrest. Uh, and it's just all over the news right now, man. It's breaking the news right now. As you know, a lot of people's looking at Hogan. Hogan was moving. A lot of people thinking Hogan's gonna be all right. He moving. He moving. He moving. And then, like I said before, you seen him, you know. And so again, man, you know, um, one wish death upon nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like I said before. That's just something you'll never come back from. Even though I don't agree with the things that have been surrounding Hulk Hogan in the past years. You know, it kind of diminished everything that I thought about Hogan. You know, growing up in the past, you know, Hogan was a big icon to all the youth. You know what I'm saying? He was a major icon to all the youth in that era, man, that was growing up watching wrestling. You know, and so you have to really understand that he was a major icon. He was recently on Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Main Event on WWE, and they booed him. They booed him out of the arena. You know what I'm saying? So he had lost favor with a lot of the fans, and now, you know, uh, he's not here. That's just how it goes sometimes, man. That's why, you know, you wake up, you give God thanks for every day that you're here on earth. You know what I mean? And so that's very, very important, man, to take every day, you know what I'm saying, as a blessing. You know what I mean? And so, again, you know, Hogan, man, again, a lot of people grew up on Hogan. Like I said, we grew up on Hogan, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people, Hogan crossed a lot of eras. He crossed people who came up in the 80s, 90s, you know what I'm saying? The early 2000s, you know, Hogan stayed relevant. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, made his way up into the ranks in the early 80s, you know, late 80s going into the 90s. You know, he carried the WWE, which was then the WWF. And, you know, he basically was a megastar, super megastar. And then he, you know, went over to the WCW with billionaire Ted Turner. And then he created one of the biggest groups in the history of professional wrestling, the NWO, with, you know, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. It's crazy how two of those guys are dead right now. Hulk Hogan and Scott Hall are both not here. Um, Ric Flair did have some scares, but they're saying that Ric Flair just announced the other day that he's cancer free now. So the Nature Boy Ric Flair, I seen him in a bar doing push-ups the other day, and so he seems like he's doing okay. When he was going through some scary stuff recently as well, but he seems like he's okay. But now you got this situation with Hogan, you know, and Hogan went from the NWO, then he goes back to the WWE again, and regains the championship again, and goes back to the red and the yellow again, you know, and so, you know, and then he faded out in the other organizations that he went to after that, but he was older then. So now you look at the situation, all of these guys that grew up in that era, it seems like Ric Flair probably is the only one that, you know what I'm saying? Because you got the Macho Man Randy Savage, he tragically passed away. Hogan, you know, um, man, and a slew of others. As I think about it, man, you know, Ravishing Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect. You think about all those guys that we grew up watching, everybody that we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how they all up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the Ultimate Warrior. You know, it's crazy, man. You know, yeah, the British Bulldog. Oh, y'all already see it. You know, so again, you know, to watch that, to see that play out. You know what I'm saying? The way it is, the way it played out. It's sad. It really is. You know, uh, because I never wanted to see Hogan in that light that we saw him in at the end of his towards the end of his life, man. But you know, condolences go out to his family. You know what I'm saying? thoughts and prayers with them at this time. You know, uh, over their loss. So Hogan again, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, as in his last few years. Um, but a lot of people grew up, loving Hulk Hogan and loving what he brought to the sport of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And so to see how that got diminished, it really is very truly bothersome. Uh, to see that's how it went down. But everybody's talking about it right now. It's all on the internet. I know some people saying this was a hoax. This was not a lie. This is not cap. This is not hoax. Um, you know, uh, this was definitely not that. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. I mean, you know, we're gonna see. I'll probably be giving more information soon on this whole situation. Uh, as far as what exactly happened and why people try to debunk those rumors. You know what I'm saying? Because why those rumors came up that Hogan was on his deathbed, but the family, I guess, was debunking them. And now it's just a whole different situation. Now it's crazy work going on right here, you guys. Crazy work. And I've seen a lot of people trying to say, oh yeah, this is a hoax, man. This ain't true. Man, listen, man, they ain't playing, man. It's all over the internet, man. Y'all be getting mad at me because I'll be the first one making a video on this stuff. But nah, man. Everybody's talking about it right now. I'm looking at it all over the web. You know, sad story, man. 71 years old, man. You know, um, man, unbelievable. So yeah, he had definitely been under speculation for the last few weeks. Everybody wants to know this ain't something that just suddenly happened. Remember, he was under speculation. It was reports. TMZ's not lying. They did report about this. So people who were saying, "Oh, this is Cap. He ain't dead, man." Man, bro, TMZ had reported about this the other week. They literally reported about this on TMZ. When TMZ reported about his health, I ignored the story because they immediately came out and was like somebody had debunked it around his family. Those rumors were being debunked. You know what I mean? So I was just like, all right, cool. They debunked the rumors, no doubt. All right, he be all right, cool. But obviously, um, it was more than that. It was the rumors had to have some type of validity to it because we see where we at now, which is a very sad situation. You know, very sad situation, man. To see Hogan go out like that, man, and like with the things that he had, all the youth that he had influenced when he was younger, and then for them to see all the stuff that happened in the last few years, man, that's just like I said before, man. You know, uh, a lot of people felt a different way about Hogan towards the end. You saw it. Like he went on WWE, he went right on WWE Saturday Night Live, and like I said, he went out there and they booed him out of the arena. I'd never seen Hogan except for when he was with the NWO, and that was the act. But I'd never seen him come in the yellow and red and get booed out of the arena. They booed him and Jimmy Hart. They booed both of them out of the arena. And so that was just like I said before, man. Um, you know, that's just sad, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole situation, bro. You know, y'all see what it is. Everybody that's in the comment section see what it is. You know what I mean? Um, and so, yeah, man, it's just sad, bro. It's very sad, man. Um, damn. Now, it said that Bubba the Love Sponge's role. Bubba the Love Sponge, a controversial radio host, radio personality, with a history with a history of conflict with Hulk Hogan, including a 2012 lawsuit over a secretly recorded video, has been a primary source of recent health rumors. Now, on June the 18th, 2025, he claimed that Hulk Hogan was critically ill and might not make it, which was refuted by multiple sources. More recently, on July the 21st, 2025, a post by Elite Club SOB on X, citing Bubba's show, claimed that Hulk Hogan was unable to speak due to trachea damage and he was at home with medical accommodations. These claims lack corroboration from Hulk Hogan's team or major outlets and may reflect Bubba's pattern of spreading unverified information. But it was now, it seems like the stuff that he gave out then may have been true. You know what I mean? Now, Hogan has a well-documented history of health issues due to his wrestling career. He included having 25 surgeries in the past decade, 10 back surgeries, knee and hip replacements, shoulder surgeries, shoulder procedures too, I should say, et cetera, et cetera. And remember, that's Shannon Sharp had that. My mic's breaking up. Man, I'm out of here, man. YouTube is on crap. Man, this is crap, bro. How is StreamYard messing up my mic, man? Bro, StreamYard, do better, man. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe once again. There are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.